he has, his taxi service when he's just like, all right, guys, get in here, hell out of here, and move to another lane.
Okay, well, you know what? I like this a lot.
Yeah, I think their lineup is actually just way too good, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I guess you're not going to be diving that tower right away. That ward behind the tower is more used for when you're actually pushing and going really aggressive underneath the tower. During the laning stage, you want to just be able to protect yourself from rotations, which is where that ward, if someone TPs to the tower, they're going to have to swoop through the jungle, and this is going to keep him well aware. Speaking of Pudge, he is doing those annoying off-lane pulls. Is going to kind of, but he really needs to impose himself on this bottom lane.
Rather difficult to do with that observer ward, and then if this is going to push out.
There's a hook from Black potentially.
He's got both the hook as well as the rod.
He's got to wait for the hook so they get Universe low enough so he can't TP.
Out. You see Universe trying to cut his way back through the tree line with a Quelling Blade. Just causing a couple of problems for him, and does as much damage as he can. May as well spill out the mana. He knew he was dead.
Good. At least a good start in the off lane, but that's a lane they've prioritized winning, and they're winning it against an Underlord. It's really the other two lanes that you've got to worry about more if you're faceless.
Oh, Aloe hook. Black going to go over towards Zai. Get a little bit of extra help with a double stun. In from Ice with the Spy Carapace as well. They can return the double stun. So Zai's Edict works against him for a short period of time.
And the Exiled Invoker is very vulnerable to pressure from Ember Spirit. Not going for the class Wex means Jabs has to play very well, very defensively. He's going to be much more kind of farm-centric rather than tempo controlling with this Invoker.
TC's trying to get a little bit more of this experience. This was not meant to be for a Radiant pull. This was meant to be for the Dire side camp. Actually going to go again for mid.
Opportunities down bottom. The top lane, they're getting the kills just with the Pudge and not needing the Sunstrike, so... But the full potency out of this Invoker. And I think it's time for Black to either help mid or help bottom. He is lining up the hook and hits it mid.
And that's going to be a big one if they can keep Samael controlled just before he gets level 6. He's still burning down Black very quickly. It jabs the damage, the output. He'll get the last hit in. Zai turns on the Edict, but the creep wave will be there to help tank it up.
But those faceless lanes were basically set up to kind of lose the lanes, but hopefully get enough kills that they can make up for getting out farmed.
There's also another trade which we see faceless do a hell of a lot with this Nyx Assassin. You get him up to level 6, and then you'll start to see heavy rotations come in from Ice. They'll try and become a lot more of a presence on the field. Luckily, he's fantastic against heroes like Ember Spirit, who are also getting called out. The hook will land, and Black able to capitalize on Samael at the same time with the 3 mangoes, but with arcane boots and double mangoes, he's got no issues whatsoever in this lane when Universe hasn't really had the same presence I was expecting him to have. And Black, well, this is an easy way to do it. Hook him in, rod him down. Universe will go the way of Black, while Zai will be able to end the dominating streak. He's got the Hand of Midas in his stash. We're 8 minutes and 20 seconds in, and the Hand of Midas is just waiting for the courier to come back to base. He was the only delay he's got.
Yeah, he was getting crushed mid initially, but things have turned around very quickly, and now Black with a level 6 Pudge is sitting around looking for that hook Dismember, and Sumail does not have a remnant up.
Oh, he's got it. The hook straight into Sunstrike. Sumail, the Dismember will hold him there, and the damage will be enough. Jabs gets another kill, racking up now 4 within 9 minutes on the Invoker.
And suddenly
It's a wonderful combination. There's hook into Sunstrike, and they try and do it as a big prediction. And Black's looking at another target. Arteezy is making this very easy for him. Yeah. Stand still, rot, Dismember, and here comes the Sunstrike. Waited up just long enough. And Black, he is a catalyst now to just pump up and fuel this Invoker.
And with the Invoker as well, both this Nyx and Invoker are well ahead in terms of overall farm and levels, something that EG can't really keep up with. It's a level 7 Luna. When you run this offlane Luna in like a duel or trialing, you're not getting the normal experience. That's slightly off the mark, but...
I think he was expecting Zai to next level him and dodge hook, and now with the rot into a Dismember, you do actually have that small little hole, but with the Death Ward nuts, you know, he normally overcommits for it, and that's exactly what happened. Doesn't find his target. Maybe thinking the Nyx Assassin was going to be TPing out.
Yeah, Lesh is in the neighborhood, but doesn't have aim detection as well, and SSIs may actually go for that kill with the Sunstrike.
That one's actually going detection. Crit's going to get caught out, so there's Vendetta hit with us over on Faceless.
And they're winning like the early game too, while they're getting Midases.
Oh, looks like a bit of a swap. Initiation over on the Spy Carapace next. He'll buy a little bit of space and time, especially for Black, to hook out the Vengeful Spirit with a Death Ward. EG are on the run. Arteezy is way too low. He's got to get rid of the Scarab Beetle on his back, but the bigger problem is actually going to be Universe trapped in the river, away from the rest of EG. A quick hook, pulling out Jabs away from the Son of Zion and away from the control of Samael. EG retreat back up to their shrine, but just doesn't happen. Now Arteezy gets caught out. Black will get the hook into Dismember. Sunstrike's coming in, and it will be Black who actually finds the last bit of damage.
We'll be looking for the hook, but it's Crit who has the swap to try and save whoever gets pulled out in.
But Black also has the Blink Dagger, so he's not ready for this. This is the first reveal. And then Hawk able to grab in the Underlord. Okay.
He was hoping for like a Luna or an Ember Spirit there, and perhaps they try and force the fight, but even if one of those heroes gets caught, it's still very dangerous.
Samel gets steering chains off. Nyx Assassin tries to turn around with a Spire Carapace, actually setting up 3 with the Paralyzing Cuts against Sunstrike. Pulls him in, the Deafening Blast, a Meteorite, burning Samel, as well as Arteezy on the back lines. The Paralyzing Cuts control them so well. Another Spire Carapace done too. Universe is just trying to bail him out of here, running close, and just retreat back home. No, I don't know why he's still here. Did he actually not get caught inside the ulti? It's a double kill for Black. And Universe went back to the shrine, but in the middle of a sleight of fist, but only hit 1 target. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Black is already on the aggressive. He's going to perhaps catch Zai up top.
They're waiting for it. Gets the hook into Dismember, and Sunstrike once again. Rinse, repeat, and bathe yourself in the blood of EG. Suddenly what was Black, like, and you always like, Black has this reputation of being the hard one, the guy who farms on the safe lane. But he started just by pulling off the camps. Oh, okay, Paralyzing Cuts, just has to create more space. Nuts is burning inside the Flame Guard. Sunstrike comes in, but Samel's already dead. Crit's gonna join him in Universe. The Tornado, it won't grab him, but you still have the Yule Scepter. They run in close, they look for the extra spill damage, and 5 heroes from Faceless. Now it's their turn to group up, and it's their turn to find 3 very quick and easy kills for no cost.
Faceless is just plowing through EG
like an indication they're doing Roshan. I don't know what is, but it's still going to be way too late. You TP over, but it's already done. Roshan belongs to Faceless. Black's actually looking for a hook. Get this fight on, and he got it! He actually grabs Samel. The Spirit's away, but you won't have enough life to survive the engagement. In time to Spirit out, and now you also get the Tornado. The rooting can be there, but a quick jump in from Ice gets the double stun. Zai's in a huge amount of issues. Yule Scepter up, another hook. Black will miss this one, but the Lashrak will still die. Another Yule Scepter. They just keep chaining one after the other, and evil geniuses are dropping like flies. Gonna buy back the first bit of chip damage into tier 3 towers. It's gonna belong to Faceless. Oops! That's not the way that was meant to work. It's going to be a Yule Scepter into the hook of Black, pulling it back into the middle of Faceless, but doesn't happen. Fortification from EG. They still haven't used that buyback on the Shrike. 20 seconds till he's back up, and another hook. It lands on Universe. They hold him there. The Sunstrike will do the work. And the Malik just to ensure it too, and the Death Ward to zone out Faceless so they cannot move forward and engage.
The Venge howled, used the Wave of Terror, and got stunned on the Carapace, so he couldn't swap because he was stunned, and a bit of a misplay from Crit.
Samel Spirit's out. Luckily, he doesn't get grabbed by a hook on the way through. The same Pudge was, even though it feels like that kind of like jokeness attitude now. Run forward. Arteezy can't stand the front lines. You're looking for more Sunstrikes in the back lines, but Arteezy moved forward to try and fight. He'll get picked up by the Tornado. He should be able to survive the fall from that, but it's still the rest of Faceless pushing in to the EG base, and they've really got so much to say, so much survivability that EG have no answer to this. They are losing their racks, and they're losing the game.
This looks very worrying. If they can get out without casualties, Jabs will try cover their 2 with an ice. Well, he's still got an Aegis, and they may actually try and turn and fight if they hit a hook. It's exactly what Black is looking for.
Zai's going to get that stun off Black. Well, there's a quick Yule Scepter. Tornado going to pick up all 3. The Sunstrike's coming down on top of Zai.
So,
he kept
perhaps Witch Doctor gets one, or...
It's also the risk if you do lose it. If you have one bad fight, then you make Weaver's life a little bit more difficult.
Oh yeah, giving away a gem is definitely not thing you want to do right now. But
yeah, so why take the risk if you don't have to? Instead, you just jump in with the Nyx Assassin. He's got himself a fresh Shiva's Guard before this fight begins. The Hawk lands from Black, dragging back Zion with a Deafening Blast. There's no way to really react to it. Same with the Vengeful Spirit Nuts. It's going to be a full Death Ward. Arteezy has to stand his ground. Use the 10-second BKB to win a fight with Samel jumping in. Mass amounts of spirits. There's enough damage there, or is it? No, Black just pulls him back in. He's got so much life. He takes through so much. Finally, the killing spree will be ended on Black, but really at what cost? EG has lost so much inside the tree line. The Sunstrike's coming in. That's the death of Universe. And well, you got one.
Yeah, this is not just a Nick. There's a Pudge and a Weaver. Even Invoker like Sunstrike's not fun to verse. This is like the nightmare game to be a support. Also Sumail. He goes in aggressively with the Remnant.
That's his death.
Yeah. I mean, he thought he could
Hey,
make some
wait, what's
flashy
Universe
plays.
doing? Universe is running in too. Zion's in the neighborhood, throws the stun, but the BKB from the Weaver will dodge it. Universe wants a TP out. The damage from Vendetta is enough to kill him, and there it is. GG, well played. EG going for some YOLO plays at the end, but it is Faceless who take the control, keep the control, and take game one.
What a Pudge performance. Black, hands down MVP of this game. He was so good in the early game. He was moving around, winning that offlane for Ice, and then also prioritizing getting levels on farm. He falls back, he takes the bounty runes, he does the side offlane pulls. We've seen it on the Radiant side with the Pudge, we're seeing it in the offlane with the Pudge, the Earth Spirit. It's very influential because of how much XP you get. Suddenly you're level 3, 2 minutes in the game. It's right by